take a look back almost 20 years ago at November 2001. The original Xbox was unleashed into the wild to plague the video game industry with new ideas, standards, competition, and totally radical games, bro. You got that stupid Kid Plumber game? Pfft, eat my shorts, bro. You're tripping. You'll totally be pimping when you get your hands on one of these.
Hey Dingus McGee, the 2000s are long gone. You should probably cut out whatever this is before your viewer count of 2 decreases to 0.
Can you just let me do a bit without you Well, crap. That was like 20 years ago.
You good, we're kind of live here. Oh great, he's having another existential crisis. I better take over then. The original Xbox came out the 11th of November, 2001, just in time before Christmas. Alongside the console came 19 games to choose from.
Wait, hold on. Did you just say 19 games?
Are you done being a pansy now?
Oh yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. It's just that I'm 4 years from 30, but I had no idea the OG Xbox had that many games to start with. Dead or Alive 3, that was a release title? Cell Damage? Even Shrek? Oddworld Munch's Odyssey too? Really? Too bad I wasn't really good. Man, that's one way to make an entrance. The Xbox was new to the scene, but they weren't afraid to come in hot and horny for gamer groins and also money. Now why am I gushing over the 19 ways to escape reality for only a brief moment? 1, I can't shut up, and 2, we're talking about one of those titles today.
Can you please take that crap off?
Y'all will most likely remember Halo Combat Evolved, Jet Set Radio Future, Fusion Frenzy, and Project Gotham Racing, but there were quite a few I never even heard of, even coming from an Xbox junkie like me. Like one of them being today's subject, Mad Dash Racing. It was developed by Crystal Dynamics and published by Eidos Interactive. You know, before they were Square Enix's little piggy.
Who's my little piggy, huh?
A track and field racing game that has you going through wacky locations in the most absurd way possible by going at the speed of light and by bashing everyone's skull inside out to reach first place, co-starring, is that a rat? A biker pig, a PTSD dog, and titties. It's rated T, y'all. The kitties will chow down. This game received very mixed reviews upon release, so the enjoyment of the game is scattered all over the place. A cartoony, weird, yet engaging world that looks like it was ripped right from a certain bandy's coot, featuring over-the-top on-foot racing full of fun and creative characters as they duke it out on the race to the finish in the most explosive, chaotic, and extreme ways imaginable. So, what's the issue here? Well, looks like we'll find out in a second. Let's get down and funky with Mad Dash Racing. So we start the game off with Hex as he prepares for world domination because villain. By cooking up some weird tower thingamaboo, but he needs 9 red meteorite chunks to power it up. But because this scrawny little imp is too lazy to do anything for himself, he gathers 9 ugly misfits who heard of the racing competition to win Hex's magic scepter. And also a pig. To each their own, I guess. He uses this golden opportunity to have them gather the 9 chunks and grant the scepter to whoever catches the chunks first. More like which 3, because we ain't stuck with just one gremlin throughout the story. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to keep playing as a rat with a butt-shaped mouth.
That is a cat, you idiot.
A rat with a butt! 9 races and 2 bosses later, we take down the man's machine, we dining on bustin' butt tonight, and we get teased for a sequel that never came out 20 years later. The story is basic, short, and to the point. In a game like this, I wouldn't take the story seriously if there was any. It isn't the story that's gonna tickle the fancies of edgy gamers, it's the hardcore edgy gameplay, yo! Fast, explosive, radical Sunday! Adrenaline and panic coursing through your veins! While in the early 2000s, this is a foolproof concept to begin with, Crystal Dynamics may have taken the concept a little bit too far. To start off with the gameplay talk, you have 3 classes to choose from in the game. You've got Dashers, peeps that can go faster and run up certain hills. There's Bashers that, you guessed it, bashes everything and everyone. And you got Gliders that can glide for a bit and can reach faraway platforms other dudes obviously can't. Personally, I stick with Dashers and Gliders. At least with the Gliders, I can use the gliding to quickly adjust myself on slingshotting everywhere, and I use Dashers because I get to go faster in a racing game. Yep. Not saying bashers are bad, I just keep forgetting to use my ability. Now, it was a little confusing figuring out the ability buttons for each type, like the dasher ability is the left trigger, the basher ability is the right, and the glide is the hold down A after a jump. That's until I figured out that with these green chunks sprinkled throughout the race, and if you gather 10 of them, you get to use all 3 abilities to your heart's content. But you gotta hold on to them safely, because one nasty hit from anything from normal woodland creatures to a frickin' boulder from the sky, they're all gone. You can't use these abilities all willy-nilly either. You do have an energy bar that you can refill by picking up cans of Beepus lying around.
You need more Coke. We packed Pepsi.
Other than that, the characters operate the same. Same speed, same handling, just in a variety of ugly. Now, this isn't a lap-by-lap racing game. Each stage is set from a beginning point to a point B. Each one crazy yet intriguingly designed and full of life. I'll give credit, as cliche as these stages are, like you have the snow level, the hot one, the tiki one, the factory one, each one packs a lot of meat into their stages and bursting with things to collect and paths to go, almost to its disadvantage. You see, the levels can be kind of vague on where to go sometimes, and which path is perfect for each class despite the insignia right above it. And while you're trying to figure out which way to go with the 10 frames you're given, the CPUs in this game in the meantime are just here for one thing. And that's to kick your ass. The AI in these freaks can be all over the place, but most if not all the time, you'll never lose them in a race. It's like they're directly behind you, just waiting for you to mess up. These guys are already taking numerous shortcuts you never even figured out because you're never given the chance to explore, and once you mess up even once, you'll be kissing 4th place dirt no time flat. Each race consists of 4 goons duking it out for 1st place, but that doesn't stop them from grouping next to each other and ganging on you, because in order to beat each level in the story, you need to finish in 1st place. And while this wouldn't be as bad, it can feel infuriating. No matter all the traps you escape from, and no matter all the shortcuts you've taken, and all the rails you grinded on, somehow that rat catches up to me. And all that took like 5 minutes to beat. Ugh, I'm gonna have to do all of that again. That's how the game wants you to learn. Good old-fashioned trial and error, with a heavy dose of luck.
You little bitch.
That's one thing I don't like about certain games. I hate having to lose a level or a segment when I know for a fact it's not my fault. In games like Dark Souls, where some luck is required, you gotta simply beef yourself up, recognize enemy patterns, exploit whatever you can manage, and you'll get the hang of it after a while. In a game like Mad Dash, you can know all the shortcuts, have all 3 abilities, and somehow someone will be already on your trail just waiting for you to tilt your thumbstick wrong for a millisecond, and then boop, there they go. The rubber banding is ruthless and unforgiving. Bring your A game to these stages. You can gain some advantage by picking up kart racer-esque items like the homing chicken, the slime bomb, and the invincibility shield that also gives you a huge boost in speed. And with the power of being fruity, except now you make sure it hurts. And while we're on the subject of extreme, you know what else is extreme about a game like this? This soundtrack, baby, that I can't play because mommy YouTube will kick me out. It's the type of stuff you'd find in the Tony Hawk Pro Skater series and the Need for Speed Underground series. I actually found a few of the songs on Spotify that I've been banging my head to. Seriously, this crap slaps hard and I wish I could show y'all. But going back to the stages for a moment, even if there's like 9 in total, each one packed full of stuff, things that can hurt, and ways to go, the game expects you to play the race over 10 times for challenges and completing the story with one of the main trio. While the stages can be exciting in some sense, after completing them so many times, they can be pretty mundane. Even with these courses that are filled with alternative paths, traps, platforms, and a whole lot of getting hit, grind railing like it's 2001 all over again, half pipes, obstacles, boost rings, bounce pads, tricks, drifting, and drifting, drift, please drift, for the love of God, if you want to win, drift! This is something the game fails to teach you at the tutorial, but if you want the advantage, never ever stop drifting, because when you see that smoke pop up, let go for a nice boost. Always have the boosting smoke on you to stay first, and never ever stop boosting, otherwise running like normal could be super awkward and you'll feel like a sitting duck. Going back to what I was saying about the challenges and the multiple story files, you really don't have to do these and they can be a bit of a drag, unless you want an extra vermin to join your messed up family. And also Gex is in this game. but I ain't gonna do everything in the game to unlock him, no way. There's a time challenge, a stunt challenge, which is borderline impossible to do, and you should totally do these if you hate yourself. And then there's the cash trials, which has you searching for 20 bucks across the map. There's singular dollar bills scattered all across the map, but you have an hour to find them, which is more than enough time. Just follow the general path without taking any shortcuts, and you'll find that money in no time flat 30 minutes. And that was just one level. You also have rewards for pulling stunts and beating people's face in the story, rewards for beating each race in first place, beating the game with one of the trio. Basically, each of these things will earn you decals, and decals give you stuff. And the extra buddies aren't exactly worth the migraines unless you're looking for a bit of variety in versus mode, which is where the most fun in this game can be found. Now you and a few buddies can scream and panic across the map because no one knows what to do. Now this is fair. So in conclusion, Mad Dash Racing is definitely a unique on-foot racer, very similar to the likes of Sonic R. Just be prepared for a kick in the teeth because this game does not hold anything back, and it will mop the floor with you. You hardly see games like this anymore, and that's why the OG Xbox has to be one of my favorite consoles. It takes unique and way out there ideas and mashes them into a game, while not as great as intended, but it's very unique and fun in a way. Mad Dash bleeds this kind of aesthetic, and you don't get that kind of excitement or see these unique concepts anymore. Also, one more thing I just thought of with Sonic R in mind. With the Sonic 30th anniversary pouring oil into our brains and setting them on fire and we're thanking them for it, I am a little skeptical about it though. Past drama does that to a man. But anyway, back to the point. What if a Sonic game was made like this, with a better speed build-up, better control, and with a freaking camera for Lord's sake? Not exactly like an adventure game, but with so much stuff packed into these levels, and with all the multiple routes like how Sonic Lost World was trying to accomplish, I would like to see how a Sonic game would be if it was almost like Mad Dash. Just a thought though, I digress. But yeah, Mad Dash, it's A-okay. Only from Xbox games don't have a reputation of being the best out there, but its wackiness, uniqueness, and interesting ideas is what I look forward to when I'm playing a game from around this time. The gaming industry, while not a new hot topic, but the industry was gaining more notoriety and more people wanted to give a crack at it, and the Xbox proved that. Ideas needed to be pushed, and while it's still rotting with the time it was made in, it's something we gotta appreciate. Mad Dash is a game, while I throw my console at the screen, it's still something I appreciate existing. It was fun while it lasted, but now the game wants me to beat it 2 more times, and now I'm gonna turn the game off. Goodbye! Oh my god! Well, that was my good old-fashioned hot take. My game take. What did you guys think of this video? Hecky, what do you think of Mad Dash Racing? Be sure to leave all your thoughts and what you think in the comments below. And be sure to like, and most importantly, subscribe if you like this crap, and also to check out all my other crap. Be sure to follow all my social medias, that being Twitter and Instagram, to keep up to date on what's going on. And I also have merch on TeePublic. And if you want to go to extra mile in supporting me, I also have a Patreon. And also, be sure to check out the new JorGoGo Discord. All the links will be down below. But anywho, that's enough out of me, so y'all be cool, be wild, and be groovy, and get plenty of rest and stay hydrated. Later, y'all.